Hello and a very good evening to everyone. So just going to take a look and a bit of a summary in terms of what we've seen this week and then a look ahead to next week and the key events going forward. So just taking a look at this week, it has been once again dominated by two main themes, so that's Greece and the US fiscal cliff. But first, starting with Greece, and at the beginning of the week we saw the Eurogroup meet and they did actually agree to some measures this time round. So last time we did see a delay to proceedings, but it looks now as though Greece will receive their tranche of aid in the middle of December. They have to conduct a buyback of Greek bonds, and that's equated to around 40 billion euros. And that just gives people the opportunity to get rid of some of the bonds that they hold. However, Greece will have to first receive a loan in order to buy that back, but that's to be completed by around December the 13th. Now, they've also decided on several other measures, including decreasing the interest that Greece pays on its current loans and also a delay to the start of those payments. But other than that, we've also seen the US fiscal cliff talks progress. So we've seen Obama meet with several of the Congress leaders. So despite the fact that we did see several speakers say there had been progress on talks, this was then denied. Several speakers, including the US House Speaker Boehner, say that no real progress had been made at all. And we've seen the markets chop around quite a bit on this. The market's pretty sensitive, especially in the US, to any developments on this. Those automatic spending cuts and tax hikes are due to come into effect on December the 31st, so not much time really to agree on that. So a bit of political deadlock. But those two have been the main themes driving the markets. But it has been pretty quiet other than those two events. So then looking ahead to next week and the key events. So the key events for next week include several rate decisions by central banks. So we have the ECB rate decision on Thursday, so that's expected to maintain their 0.75% main refi rate. And the deposit rate also, there has been a bit of speculation whether this will be cut into negative territory by 25 basis points, taking that from flat at 0 to minus 0.25, but current consensus is for unchanged on both accounts. Be interesting to see if there's any further developments in the ECB with regards to their OMT. However, yet to hear from Spain whether they'll request a full-on bailout for their country. That looks to be more towards the end or beginning of next year. So other than that, we've got the Bank of England, their interest rate decision and their asset purchase decision due also on Thursday, slightly earlier, by around 45 minutes. So rate expected to remain on hold, has been on hold for quite some time. And their APF also expected unchanged at the moment. There's a bit of, or some analysts going for a hike in terms of asset buys, so just extending their QE programme, but it will remain to be seen. We'll see that on Thursday. We've also got the autumn budget on the 5th of December from the UK, so that'll be presented by the UK Chancellor Osborne. And then finally, leading up to the US non-farm payroll for the latest month on Friday. That'll be the key event. So next week looks to be a bit busier, quite data heavy, and again lots of central banks next week. But again, the main focus as well will be fiscal cliff. Any developments on that could likely boost riskier assets. And also any further developments on Greece and obviously on Spain as well. One final footnote as well is we're still waiting to see if there's going to be any rating agency action on either the ESM, that's the permanent bailout from the Eurozone, or the EFSF. There was some market talk today suggesting they may be cut after we saw the French sovereign rating cut by Moody's. But for the meantime, that's enough from me. Hope you have a really great evening and a brilliant weekend. But thanks for listening.